The European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg, France, ruled in October that Liu Hongtao, a Taiwanese national accused of fraud, should not be extradited from Poland to China, as he could face ill treatment and may not have access to a fair trial. Unlike previous cases of blocked extradition, Liu is not a political activist, explains his Polish lawyer, Marcin Gorski.
So the outcome of the case is that basically, regardless of your personal status, whether you are a political activist involved in a position, some sort of opposition activities in China or not, you must not be extradited to China, basically because any person being there is likely to be subject to ill treatment.
Liu Hongtao fled to Poland from Spain in 2016 after Spanish authorities arrested and later extradited over 200 suspects to China. They were accused of telecom fraud. Human rights groups accuse Spain of ignoring warnings of ill treatment in China.
What Chinese government tried to say is that we are going to have this diplomatic assurance. We're going to, ensure fair trials. We're going to ensure that there won't be any, capital punishments or life imprisonment. So then it's okay for you to send, those people over here. This judgment also clearly say that, well, it doesn't really matter this kind of diplomatic assurances.
Liu was detained in Poland on an international arrest warrant. Poland's Supreme Court approved his extradition, so he applied to the European Court of Human Rights, whose rulings take precedent. 46 countries are signatories to the European Convention on Human Rights, overseen by the court in Strasbourg. Nations outside of the convention will also take note, says Gorski.
This judgment is likely to have an impact on the proceedings in this kind of cases going on worldwide, and we actually have a very good feedback of this judgment from also the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand.
The ruling could also affect relations between Europe and China.
For instance, the impact of this decision on the ongoing process of negotiations and ratification of the trade deals with China.
China consistently rejects claims that it violates human rights and says the right to a fair trial is enshrined in law. Human rights campaigners say Beijing does not grant international access or oversight of its judicial system, and that torture and forced confessions are common. Henry Ridgwell for VOA News, London.